full track map. Yeah, looks perfect.
Is it good? Alright. Hello and welcome to ERN, Division 1 here at Zandvoort. Sorry for the little bit of delay but we're here now. I am your host for today on the podium. I'm joined by David.
Yeah, Mr. ERN Storm. Yeah, as the podium said, we were a bit late. Some issues with the stream, but now we're going. It's a wet qualifying with still not too wet for softs. Look like Carl got 14.8 and 15.0, so yeah, they had to probably have to do a couple of laps to just know how much grip there is.
We've got Avios Stringy who has retired. It might have been in the pits. It's on the pit straight.
Yep.
Just coming up to finish his lap now. I know it's Stringy's actually hit the wall somewhere and retired on circuit. Jesper puts it P6 there for the Alfa Romeo. Alan has just gone to provisional pole. He's got a couple on out laps. He's dazed on a lap. He looks like he's about to be finishing the lap here in the Ferrari. Comes up to one more corner to go. And we've got the top three of Alan, Connor and Davidson. And Rombus goes into ninth with a 15.766.
Nice, we also have a new driver who hasn't raced there before. WR raced pretty quick driver. It's the reserve in the ERN Division 1, so we can start racing some more.
Going on board with ERN Hamilton now. Hit the curve a little bit through there. I'll have to look up the corner names or numbers so I know.
We can call it the right corner, maybe.
This corner goes left, this corner goes right.
Yeah. Well, it's your favorite car also. Nice.
Yes, the Renault, yeah. It's a very, very lovely car.
It's haunting you.
Beautiful car to drive, honestly. ERN Renault ERN Constructors Champion. But it's raining out there, David.
Yeah.
And we're on with dry tyres, though.
But yeah, at least it's not raining more.
That's Hamilton who goes up into second position there. We're now on board with Presto in the middle sector. I believe this is. I'm going to get a search up the track map myself. So with the dry tyres, we've still got DRS activated here, even with the rain coming down. It's going to be very tricky for the drivers. Tyres going to be cold, and if this rain gets any heavier, I would imagine that possibly this first couple of minutes here of qualifying are going to be crucial.
Oh yeah.
And as the session goes on, maybe times are only going to get worse.
It's a good lap from Connor also. P3 since he dropped line for just a couple of weeks ago.
And I was saying that the laps might start to tail off a bit. Hamilton and Presto, the most recent to put laps in, have managed to put it in the top 4. So.
Yep. I have a stream up from one of the drivers, and it looks like it's starting to rain a bit less, I think.
I guess the rain is actually potentially going away.
Looking like it.
Here in Holland. Speaking of Holland, this is where we are. The orange McLaren here of St. Leon is coming into the pits. Sorry, not me. How's Maxwell getting on? Maxwell is 5/10 up here through the middle sector.
Whoa.
Davidson has just gone even quicker. past 1-2 at the minute. What can Maxwell do here? Currently sitting in last. Stringy, who sadly hit the wall in the final corner. Up to the line with DRS activated. Maxwell puts himself fifth.
Oh, nice.
Drivers really starting to improve their times here. Got Williams coming up to the line. That's Z-Tex. What can he do? Pole. Provisional pole.
45, nice.
The track must be getting quicker.
Oh, yeah.
How about Connor? He's backed out of his lap. Looking for the McLaren of Wilson, who's on an out lap, so he'll be about to begin his lap. So we'll watch this whole lap through here for Wilson. So coming down into turn 1 on a break just after the 100-metre board, mainly where that advertisement boarding is over the top. Nice and early on the power. Of course, it's a bit slippery here with the rain. The right, left, kind of banked turn. Keep it nice and tight and then really run it out and open up the exit. Now we come up to probably the most entertaining bit on the circuit, David.
Oh yeah.
Quick right-hander.
So easy to lose the car.
Yeah, not quite flat at the minute.
Also,
some of these drivers can take it flat when it's
a
dry.
murder curb on the inside. Just wants to kill you.
A tidy lap so far for Wilson. DRS activated now. Going to the end of the second sector. Is he going to be up on his time? He's slightly up on his time.
Stop. Oh, come on.
That's Connor spinning in front of him as well. That'll have distracted him.
Yeah, hopefully it's quick to get out of the way. It looks
a steady like this from Wilson. Has he found any improvement even with the distraction in the final sector? No. Slightly down on his time. Let's have a look at Rhombus. He's coming up to the line now as well. And he moves up one position. We've got the racing point of Bruno Will, who's already done his lap. How about Jesper? No, also not on a lap. Who's the spot on a lap, David? We've got Alan on a lap. Slightly up as well.
Nice.
This provisional pole has really been changed about so far this session. We've had Connor, Davidson, Alan, Z-Tex is now on provisional pole. Could we see Alan go back to the top with this lap here? The rain is definitely decreasing.
Yeah.
Keeping it tight, and no, he's pitting even though he's up on his time. So
I got some information about the ways to light rain at the start, then drive for the rest. So yeah, maybe they have to start on intermediates. Then it would be really interesting.
That could be very interesting. We've got Liam now, who's slightly up, going down his time, and now it's telling me he's up on his time.
Oh,
Roadmaster's doing a fantastic job once again. But he is pushing. We've got yellow flags in last sector there. Good now, Liam up to the line. Can he get any positions? He goes up 2 spaces just in front of his teammate there. Now in 12th for Liam. How's Presto getting on? Locking up there into turn 1 as he begins his lap. Shifting to help the traction. And Bruno Will goes quickest there with a 14.2.
With a lot.
Smashed the provisional time.
Nice. 2 turns.
Championship leader laying down a marker with just 3 minutes left to go in this session. And we have the Z-Tex or the Haas boys respond. A lot of the quick drivers, and look how close it is at the top there.
Oh yeah.
Only 3/10 separating the top 5. With some of them still to go on their lap. Presto, how's he getting on though on this lap? We're coming up to the end of sector 2 now. He is marginally up, just a 10th up.
Oh.
As Davidson now goes provisional again. Laps a bit rusty at this stage.
Yeah, it happens. Me too. I was riding along with Presto with this new helmet. Let's see if it brings him luck.
It's the It's the, what do you call it, the alternate
Oh, yeah.
version of your helmet,
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it, as it
yeah.
improves by a tenth
Nice.
and puts himself ahead of Max Hill there.
I was in a bit of a shock. Look at my new helmet. What? Completely opposite of mine.
So we got Jesper starting the lap now, currently sitting in 5th for Alfa Romeo. Can he improve on that and get himself maybe on provisional pole? Still trying to pull the track up. This is turn 8, David. No, this is turn 8. Coming into turn 9 now with Jesper.
Oh my god, you're
I have
counting.
got fancy names, but I'm not going to attempt to pronounce them. As Davidson goes to provisional pole again with a 13.9.
Wow.
These times are really dropping now.
Nice.
Make sure I look out for one of those Bruno Will or Ztex or Alan on the next lap.
Bruno did 3 laps on his tires. So then it's probably intermediate for start of the race. You don't want to start on 3 lap or softs.
You know what Codemaster's like with this the weather sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You can say it might rain, and then you end up having to start on dry tyres.
It's true.
Because you've got this type of road we've got now. As
Oh,
Jesper goes
Jasper,
P3, improves 2 spaces. What else have we got out there? How's Connor getting on? We saw him spin earlier. He's currently invalidated this lap. We got Rhombus on a lap 2. Neil behind him on a lap as well. Rhombus losing control of the car there and managed to keep it out the wall. Renault out there on the lap as well. I believe the Neil pits as well.
Bruno will
Renault
out lap.
getting on.
We're probably a bit off with the time.
Ross out there for that lap as well.
Oh yeah, the real time also has almost 3 minutes left, so...
Oh, so yeah, the real timer is 3 minutes as opposed to... We're seeing as Hamilton here locking up through turn 4. Conditions still very tricky for the drivers. Presto on an out lap, Wilson on an out lap, Raceway on an out lap, along with Alan and Bruno Will as well. That's the end of this lap here for Hamilton, and then I think we'll flick to Bruno Will to see some of his lap, because he could potentially put it back on provisional pole and maybe steal that pole away from Davidson. Currently sits there at the top of the timing boards. Bruno Will starting his lap now, but Hamilton apparently going purple through the middle sector. I don't know how much to believe it this game sometimes, but we'll believe it for Hamilton's sake. He is looking like quite a nice tidy lap here, staying away from the curbs. Up to the line, what's it going to be? It is going to be it is third place.
Oh.
It's a 14.4.
Yeah. Then it probably was a purple stickle too.
Might have been, because he's not too far off pole. But how is Bruno Will getting on here now? There's yellow flags just in front of him. I believe that's a Williams possibly just getting out the way.
Oh, let's see what stickle 2 ends.
So yes, he takes him out of the way. He's slightly up. It's not going to be enough at the minute. He needs to find a lot more time in this final sector if he wants to put it on pole. Got Jesper coming up to the line as well. Can Jesper maybe improve? I'm having a look there. Jesper, nope, doesn't. More yellow flags. But Bruno Will up to the line. Has he found that time he needs to?
Oof,
No, he hasn't. It's only P2 for him. There's Alan getting on. Alan now up to the line as well. Can he topple it? No, didn't improve.
Oh,
Davidson's only on an out lap.
Stepex top of this lap.
Ztex starting a lap. Let's have a look at Ztex. He's currently in turn 4. Looked a little bit wide there. We've also got Davidson going again. His final one, that's the Alfa Romeo getting out of the way nicely. Really is a big lift in there with the rain.
Yeah, I mean it's
Throws it into turn 9.
almost flat out on points. Big difference.
So according to my timings, Liam and Hamilton are done for this session, but all the other drivers can still put laps in if they're on them. Zetec's improved from 5th position here. Hamilton can't defend with anything as he's done his lap, but other drivers that are in front. Maxill goes 5th there, so decent starting positions for the Renaults at the moment. Zetec's up to the line, takes the shorter run, goes 5th, outplaces Maxill, and Alan goes 3rd quickest there. Neil's retired, I believe that might be in the pits.
Yeah, probably thinks that P11 is the best starting position. He was a bit up on his time.
Davidson also.
Yeah, no, Camille was a bit up on his time, but wasn't enough anyway, so...
Presto on his in lap there, getting very close to the final wall, but that is qualifying done here for Zandvoort. An interesting qualifying, David. Rain, but dry tyres, and we've got a Haas on pole, but it's not Bruno Will.
No, I mean, we like Bruno super much, but we also like that we actually got a real contender for him.
He's got some competition this season.
Oh yeah.
Anyone did see last season, Bruno Will was a class of his own.
Oh yes.
In most of those races, but look how close that was. The two Brazilians starting on pole. So it's Davidson who gets pole. The only two drivers into the 13s. Alan starts 3rd. ERN Hamilton starts 4th. Jesper 5th. Raceway 6th. Zetec 7th. Maxill 8th. Connor 9th. And Presto rounds out the top 10. Depending if it is a dry or wet start, the guys outside of the top 10, of course, get the free tyre choice, and they are Keneal from 11th, Sink, Liam, Wilson, Dazed Rhombus, and, of course, AVR Stringy, who sadly didn't set a time as he crashed early on in that session. Yeah,
it's going to be really interesting with the mixed weather, and yeah, let's hope we not a big crash or something like in turn 1. Always a risk.
We want drama, but we want drivers to finish.
Yeah, exactly. Not the 10 DNFs at the end. All right.
So if you have got any predictions, I'm sure drop them down in the chat. David will probably have a look at them and maybe disagree with them. Maybe praise you up because he agrees with you.
Yeah.
But who are you going to tip for this race, David?
I mean, well, P1 and P2 is it's going to be 2 Brazilians. Who do I pick for? I'm going to say Zetex.
Oh, Zetec's.
Oh, yeah.
Where is Zetec starting? Sorry. Zetec is starting from 7th.
He's onto a flying start, and yeah, I just feel it.
What an interesting grid. Some drivers that I know are very capable starting further back in the field today.
Oh yeah. And I mean also Kenneth from P11, Presto.
Yeah, of course.
Not in a good position, P10. But yeah, let's see what the tires are about. So
it looks from the race director, everyone is on the intermediates.
Ooh.
Will anyone take a gamble? Will the rain be going potentially by lap 1? Or are we set in for a couple of laps of rain?
Well, as you said before, Trustmasters, Codemasters is not trusted. Trustmaster. They, yeah, it's just not working. I mean, they could say it's going to rain for 2 laps and it will rain for 3 hours, so yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But they said what I read in the chat when I asked was start of the race, light rain, and then dry. But yeah, let's see when. intermediates.
Depends. Is it going to be rain for majority of the race and then potentially a couple of dry laps at the end, or are we only in for maybe a few wet laps and then the rest of the race is going to be dry? I'm just going to go grab a drink so my throat doesn't die by the end of the race.
Absolutely.
So I leave you in the capable hands of David for the moment.
I will try not to break something. Yeah, and again, as I got some information, this race will start with light rain and should end on the dry tires. But as we all know, Codemasters isn't directly trusted with the start of the race. I mean, it could be 20 laps in the rain. And yeah, we don't know. It's going to be interesting. And it's always makes it more interesting with this mixed conditions. Who is pitting when, and yeah, if you do another lap on the intermediates too long, you might lose a lot of time. But also, if you pit a lap earlier, it could cost you. It's slippery when you come out on cold slick, so this is going to be interesting. And we have a guy ready up after 3.5 minutes.
Who was that?
It was Raceway. I will ask, are we good to go?
Of course, if we aren't, that will be a qualifying ban for the next race, and we might have to have a restart, and they'll be moved back to the grid for this one. We might be in time, so I'll sort out everything. It looks like the majority of the drivers are there.
See if anyone is...
I think we look to be good.
Yeah, I'm just watching the one chat if someone...
Well, all the drivers are going, so I guess we'll give a rundown once more of the grid just to remind everyone. So we got Davidson starting from pole position in the Haas, Bruno Will in the Racing Point starting from P2, a Brazilian front row. We've got Alan in the other Haas starting from third. Haas had a great qualifying there. ERN Hamilton starts from 4th as we move on to row 3. Jesper starts 5th with Raceway 6th. Zetex from 7th. Maxil from 8th. Connor starts in 9th as he nearly crashes into the back of Maxil in the formation lap. Presto starts from 10th. Keneal from 11th. Sink Liam from 12th. Wilson from 13th. Dazed Rhombus from 14th. And Stringy, who we didn't get sadly to see a lot of in qualifying, starts from 15th position in the Red Bull. Most of the drivers trying to work the tyres and brakes to keep them warm in the cold conditions here. So as Bruno Will really is working, he really is working the tyres. In fact, he spun off the circuit.
Oh.
So championship leader.
Okay, Connor just wrote
Who is a very skilled driver, not exactly showing some of the greatest of skill there.
Connor wrote to the chat now, rain until halfway through. Interesting. Okay, so...
As the AI takes over.
Now you need a rapid start Zetex. You're my P3.
David's put his money on you, Zetex. Expect a decent start.
If you DNFs on the first lap. Forget what I said.
Codemasters.
I have it on. That is it. They're probably not going now anyway.
We do have 5 lights, but of course it's never right. Hopefully we do have 5 lights eventually. Maybe.
Go Bastards! Let's go!
The suspense is killing me. We've got the predicted strategy. I can hear some engines revving up, so we must have 5 lights. And there we are away for Zandvoort here, Division 1. Davidson is leading us down to turn 1. The camera angle's awful. Bruno Will is up the inside and taking the lead here with Jesper. Fine in P5. We've got Z-Tex up a couple of positions. Connor as well gained 2 positions in that. Presto's up 1 position. Max Hill's dropped down 2, but it is Bruno Will that leads us away here through Sector 1. What a start you've got. We've also got ERN Hamilton now starting to really push Alan along. So grid through as we come into Sector 2 is Bruno Will from Davidson, and then Alan, Hamilton and Jesper are your top 5. Connor's had a mega start from P8. He's up 3 positions.
Conditions looks terrible.
They really do. You can see on board with Connor slipping and sliding everywhere, and that's Z-Tex through and up into 6th now.
Go on, Z-Tex.
Raceway's dropped down 4 positions, had the worst start out of anyone. As we go back to the lead, it's Bruno Will that leads us here for lap 1 from Davidson, Alan, Hamilton, Jesper, Z-Tex, Connor, Presto Evans, Maxill, Raceway, Keneal, Rhombus, Wilson, Liam and Stringy. We've got some position changes going on in the background. That's Keneal and Maxill going at it. We've got Raceway and Maxill as well. Presto's fighting away. Battles all over. David Presto actually looking up the inside here of Connor in turn 4. That's a lovely move. You can pull that off. So if he doesn't get the traction, Connor stays ahead. Down at the top. Presto once again looking up the inside.
His grip looks amazing. This Presto guy, is he on the pad or?
He's wheel.
Okay. I mean, his grip looks amazing.
He is actually trying to overtake a pad driver. I know Connor is pad.
Sorry, Presto.
He slightly hits the curb there and does lose a bit of time to Connor. But I guess a bit of a dramatic start, but we didn't get the crashes that
no damage. No one was
we didn't want.
Bruno and Davidson already has a 1.5 second gap. So they are flying.
From lap 2, the order is pretty much unchanged. Bruno Will once again pops in another fastest lap of the race. We're doing 120.5s at the moment. Oh, we got Presto getting past Z-Tex now.
Oh yeah.
Z-Tex made a mistake somewhere and he's going to look for the inside past Connor as well. Connor blocks him off beautifully. Connor's now got a bit of a slide on into turn 4 again. Can Presto do it one more time? No, he can't. So he's got the grip in there, Presto, but he just doesn't have the traction out of the corner that Connor's providing himself at the minute. Z-Tex! Oh, that's Z-Tex off!
No!
He's in the wall. He's got front wing damage to the left end plate there, and he's reset to track. So that's going to be a penalty.
I did say a lane for P3, right?
I think we may have done. But he's going along nicely in P3 at the minute. We've certainly got an intense battle going on in the what you could class as the midfield here at the minute. It's the Connor train. Connor, Presto, Raceway, Maxill, Keneal, Rhombus, Wilson, Liam, and just Liam in it at the moment. But Bruno Will leads us round for another lap. He has got a 8-10 gap to Davidson, and then they've got a further 2-second gap to Alan. So Alan's really dropping off the lead too, as they really are pulling away at the top.
Looks like Connor managed to open up a gap now.
Speaking of Alan, he's actually got a bit of trouble here because he's got Jesper all over the back of him, who's also followed by Hamilton as Z-Tex gets a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Of course, I haven't got the tyres on at the minute because everyone is on intermediates, so we're just looking at the position changed. I'm sure as we go to dry, I'll flick that back and we can look at some of the tyres that people might go for different strategies.
Oh, yeah. But Jasper already has the fuel light on.
Yeah.
Must have forgot to put fuel.
I mean, yeah, you can save a bit more fuel with the wet conditions.
Yeah.
You might be running lean out of the traction zones.
It's going to rain. Yeah, a lot of drivers has fuel lights on, wheels on, Rambus, Maxi, Raceway.
And a nice little scrap developing here for P3, as Bruno crucially has that second gap at the moment. Of course, no DRS because of the wet conditions. Hopefully soon we'll be going on to some dry tyres and have the use of that DRS, because it is tricky to overtake around here.
Yeah, this is a hard track to overtake on, really hard. I mean, it's, yeah, main straight, DRS and ERS and brake plates.
Stringy in the pit, is that for
Oh yeah,
dry tyres? It is for dry tyres.
Oh.
Some people have gone for some dry tyres.
Interesting. I think it's too early, to be honest.
Possibly. Let's
Oh,
have a
yeah,
look
yeah,
on board
almost
here.
right
We have
there.
still got some rain coming down, and I don't really see a dry line. Do you, David?
No, and Stringy lost it going off the pit and broke his wheel.
So that gamble for Stringy
yeah.
hasn't paid off there. He's going to have to pit again.
All
with a broken
C-Tex is
wing.
on mediums too.
Yep. But whilst we have got this little three-way battle here, fourth, third, Connor is actually bringing his train into this battle as well. So we could have quite a massive car battle going on. Can any driver overtake without the use of the DRS, of course, at the minute? Let's have a little look at how Presto's getting on, because we know he's good into turn 4. We've got yellow flags in sector 2. That is Stringy. He has lost it.
Oh yeah.
Again.
No wing and red tiles.
Too early. Too much of a gamble that was. Presto isn't not quite getting the traction he wants out of there. Let's have a look at Hamilton, who's really trying to pester Jesper and tell him to get a move on here past Alan, because the two at the top are just streaking away. That's yellow flags for Stringy again. Yellow flags for him, actually. He's just... I think he's gone off again, has he not there? Yeah, he has.
Oh, yeah.
No front wing, struggling round on those dry tyres. He's going to need to bring it back to the pits. He's going to be lapped soon.
Oh yeah.
The others catching up.
Oh yeah, he's ghosted.
And Hamilton have a good run off this final corner here, David. He's going to need it. He wants to challenge Jesper down into turn 1, because Bruno sets a new fastest lap of the race at 1:20.4. And here goes Jesper, no. Just not enough speed. How's Presto getting on? Really late on the brakes there, nearly locked up and hit the back of Connor. Bit of a lull at the minute, David. And they're just cars following one another round. We need some spice. We need it to become dry, and some drivers to take some risks.
Oh yeah.
See though, Hamilton is actually loves this middle sector. He really does close up to the back of Jesper, but when we get to the straight, can't get close enough to actually have a move down into turn 1. So he's definitely possibly running a bit more wing than Jesper, which is hampering him a bit. But can he get a good run out of here? He's close enough now if he can get the straight line speed. Will it be ascend? It will be. He's looking up the inside, thinks better of it though. Good driving. DRS has been enabled, so it's time for dry tyres.
Oh.
How many of them will realise that? Presto's lost a bit of time to Connor as well. I wonder if he might have had a little look at possibly making a move and having to back out of it. And none of them are pitted though. No one's pitted.
It feels a bit early. Still.
Almost? No. Had a little faint, unless possibly on our end that notification of DRS has been enabled has come up a bit early. Jesper super close to the back of Alan there in turn 4. We have got some pitters though. Liam in for soft tyres. Stringy, isn't it? He's pitted again, of course, for that wing. I'll tell you what, Raceway is loving these drying conditions now. He's really close to the back of Presto, so keep an eye on that, because he possibly might be able to make a move here. So I did see DRS enabled.
Oh yeah.
There we go. It is now enabled. So the likes of Jesper, Hamilton, and then Presto and Raceway, who stuck up behind the driver in front of them, they've now got a bit of an advantage.
If you put the tiles on, then you...
Yeah, it is on.
Oh, is it? Let's see.
Yes, there we go. Hamilton is in the pits then. We'll keep an eye on what he's going to put on. We got Presto also in, and a couple of other drivers. Davidson, Bruno, Will pitting as well. So those drivers taking the chance now. A couple of hard tyres going on. Davidson's gone for the softs, interestingly. So some drivers, David, trying to potentially do no stops.
Bruno has
halves. The hard tyres.
Yep, interesting.
Interesting to see what kind of undercut those drivers now on those dry tyres get from this. Yes, you see, they really are struggling. Let's have a look at how the dry tyres are getting on. And looks to be the grip with Davidson. Of course, he's on the softer tyres, so he's going to get more grip than Bruno Will. And I tell you what, look at the time he's gaining on Bruno Will here through the middle sector.
What?
The car's on rails.
He needs to pit again.
That's true. Can he get the gap over Bruno Will? Because those soft tyres are not going to make that lap. 36 that we need to get to. Will the other drivers pit in? Yes, they will. So all the drivers that didn't pit last lap are now in. So we've got a racing point staying out. Camille staying out on the wet tyres. Here goes Davidson for the lead of the race. On those soft tyres, into the lead he goes. Bruno didn't really fight it too much. He knows that Davidson's on those those softer tyres, and was going to get him at some point. Let's see with the drivers coming out of the pits if there was any position changes to the undercut. I think actually the overcut may have worked a little bit there for some of these drivers.
Yeah, I mean, when the first couple of guys pitted was a bit early in my opinion.
The likes of Connor, before all the pit stops happened, he was over a second behind Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
And now, as you can see, he's within 5/10. The overcut has worked wonders here. Like the likes of Raceway now in front of Presto. So Keneal maybe with his. Can he get a massive overcut here? So we've got the two McLarens battling away over 12th position. One on the soft tyre, one on the hard tyre. As he just lets him go there, Wilson lets his teammate go. That's good teamwork. They are looking to try and get into the back end of the points there, the McLarens. But Hamilton's struggling there with his harder tyres. We've got Keneal finally in the pits now, as here goes Raceway on the mediums with DRS. Got the inside once again, another simple move for the driver on the softer tyre.
One position he gained, Kenneth.
He's sliding out of the pits there, but he's in 9th. I believe.
I think he
was in that position.
Yeah, I think it was Peter.
Oh, we got a Red Bull off. That's Stringy again. He's not had a great race so far. Crashed in qualifying and now he's struggling in the race too. Shame. We were talking about the gap. Could Davidson create that gap, David? And I tell you what, he's already put 4.6 seconds over Bruno Will.
Yeah, but how many laps can he take with 4 tires? Does he do it on a step of soft, or is he finishing the race on mediums, or probably mediums?
That's a good question.
I mean,
I'm sure we'll find out eventually.
He won't open up a gap for us for free pit stop, that's for sure. At least.
And that's just at the fastest lap of the race with the 17th
Yep.
one, I believe that was. So he's going to Raceway again. Can he do the same move that he did to Hamilton? Yes, he will. Up the inside. Jesper gives him the room. He knows he's on the quicker tyres. He's just going to try and follow him through now and catch the back of Alan. It's gone up massively again. It was only 4.6 a second ago, and it's now 5.8. And we've got yellow flags again. It's the Red Bull once more who's lost it. Liam now on the soft tyres, trying to put some moves and overtakes on. Got Dave's Rombers ahead, and then Maxwell ahead of that. So the guys on the softer tyres are showing pace.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But will it be enough? Because they are going to have to pit again. Especially the soft tyre runners, but it depends on how good Raceway is at saving his tyres.
I'm pretty sure the Halls were the better option.
Once again, puts another fastest lap. The track is getting quicker and quicker.
Oh,
Here,
yeah,
16.6. I'm sure we're going to see that drop even more
7
in a couple of
seconds
laps'
gap.
time. If he keeps the pace up like this, by the time he stops, he might just have a pit stop over Bruno Will. Which is crazy to say, because Bruno Will is no slouch.
Raceway is right up the gearbox now.
We make a move here. We've got yellow flags, so we won't be able to overtake. That's the Red Bull once more, Stringy, who's spun and facing the wrong way. That's kind of screwed out. We've got Liam trying to look for a move as well, but the yellow flags are out, so he can't overtake. He's had to back out of that one. That's a shame for Liam, because he had a really good run on Rhombus there out of turn 4. And Rhombus has gone wide though, and Liam's going to say thank you very much for that one. That's as easy as it's going to come for Liam there. Rhombus goes slightly wide, and he leaves him the door widely open. Where's Raceway getting on now? Behind Alan, look at that. Tucked up behind the rear wing. He should, theoretically, with the DRS now, have an easy opportunity to overtake down the straight once more. He's already done 2 of those moves so far a couple of laps ago. Here we go, DRS activated. It's going to be another easy one. Flies by on the mediums. So he moves up into a podium position there. 3rd place. Raceway got more yellow flags. It's Stringy again. He's not having a successful one, I would say. Tell you what, I'll just have a look at Alex and see how quick he is through this middle sector. He's throwing the car in, improving on his time once more, as you can see in the top right. Currently the only man to have a penalty though is Zetek, so we've got for speeding into the pit, so the drivers are being well behaved, David.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 2.5 tenths up again.
There's his speed and grip he's getting on those sides, and most important, even though he's pushing and pulling out a massive gap, he's got 90% ERS.
Classic Brazilian. Bruno has 99.
There we go, another fastest lap of the race for Davidson.
But his tyres
got a 9-second gap now over Bruno.
To proper pits too. Then the gap will stay.
Since it has become dry though, we've started to see a couple of gaps forming. They're actually closer in the wet. Drivers were than they were in the dry. Connor now on a lap fresher hard tyre than Hamilton. He's within DRS range, but he's got to watch. His move's got to be calculated because Presto is not too far behind as well. Same for Maxil and Liam.
And Presto is looking really strong.
He started in 10th, did not. He's gained 2 positions in this race. Let's have a little look. We are almost midway through. Position change. So Raceway's moved up 3 in this race. The biggest loser, of course, has been Zetek's down 7. And then a couple of drivers have moved up twice or moved down twice. The 2 in the lead are where they started. So we've got Liam now making a move here on Max Hill with DRS up the inside on a softer tyre. Nice move. Now he's going to have to try and hunt down Keneal for what will be 9th place, but he's going to have to pit again. 6 laps he's done on those soft tyres, whereas these hard tyres, me and David believe, might be looking to run to the end of the Grand Prix. Still Connor with a 6/10 gap to Hamilton, struggling to close that in. If anything, he's actually losing a bit of time. So Hamilton's showing some good pace here. Keep an eye on his gap to Jesper as well. But it's 10 seconds out of front, David.
Yeah, wow.
Will he do it?
Wow.
He's gained 10 seconds within the one stint here. Surely you can do another 10 seconds in the second stint.
Oh yeah.
Connor there, losing the rear end slightly. He's lost quite a bit of time there. He's now outside of that second window. In fact, Presto as well lost a bit of time. So both of them have had problems there in the middle sector. See how Liam's getting on those. Look how quickly he's caught up to Keneal. Davidson put in another fastest lap of the race. He is enjoying life out in front at the moment. Here goes Liam with DRS. There's going to be another easy move past Keneal. Doesn't fight it. Of course, Liam's still going to have to stop with those soft tyres. So he's up into 9th. He's got 2.3 second gap now to Presto in front. He's on lap pressure, hard tyres. Massive lock up there for Liam. On turn 4, I'm not going to do that because those soft tyres really will drop off eventually if he keeps doing that. Let's just see from Keneal's on board how much more grip Liam's got through here. You're just going to see him disappear off into the distance. Turning through there, Liam's able to hit the apex a lot easier than Keneal is. His hard tyres not exactly providing him grip, but they'll go the distance that he requires. Could put him in a decent position towards the end of the race if the likes of Davidson, Raceway and Liam have problems with the pit stops. Other than VTEX and Stringy, there's not really been an incident worthy of noting for a potential safety car in this race, though.
I'm not sure. I mean, we made it through the rain on Intos, so let's hope we don't have a safety car.
It would be quite nice to maybe potentially spice the race up. Of course, we don't want any drivers to crash out, but
yeah, if we can.
Might just bring the field back towards.
Oh yeah, we can get a safety car without no one dying. Absolutely.
Just to accidentally press the safety car button for us here.
Well, one thing is for sure, CTEX is not going to get P3.
Yeah. I think you may have put the cursor in there, David.
Yeah, sorry.
The old dying curse.
Oh yeah, what happened?
So, CTEX did just put the fastest lap of the race in, and Davidson's gone, no you don't, that's mine. He responds instantaneously. Oh, Keneal, slight loss of rear end there, and Max Hill's through up into 10th, so Keneal's dropped outside of the points. Like I said, those hard tyres not providing the grip to turn in, but also not providing the grip in the traction zone, and now we've got Dave's Rhombus who's going to have a chance with DRS. But Keneal straight line speed looking really good there, and he's able to defend rather easily, but he's locked up into turn 1. Could this give a Rhombus a chance out of turn 1? No. Is line only, so these drivers are running no assists other than line, and most of them, to be honest, don't run line either, so they are very, very talented.
It's like the gap has stopped decreasing now. That was in the Bruno. Come on, see text.
We've got 16 laps to go in this race. 16 laps not including this one. We've got Jesper now, who's caught up to the back of Alan. I don't think that gap was that close a moment ago. So has Alan made a mistake?
Yeah, maybe.
Is there for once more out of the pits? How many pit stops possibly actually? 5 pit stops.
Oh yeah. Finding out some trials and techniques and yeah.
Could be setting an ERN record potentially?
No. I think what was it? Azerbaijan Division 3 last season. Someone had 7 pit stops.
Well, he's only 2 off that to match that record. So we have got a current battle for 4th place. We've got a battle forming for 6th place as well between Hamilton and Connor. Davidson sets another fastest lap of the race, and he's doing his best Lewis Hamilton impression right at the moment. And we got Keneal versus Rhombus over 11th. Those are the battles that currently have DRS. As Jesper loses time to Alan there. So Alan must have made a mistake. We're going to go to Connor as he has DRS now. Here we go, on board with the Mercedes. Hamilton tries to defend, but Connor's coming up the inside anyway. That's going to be P6 if he can pull this off. But Hamilton's keeping it all the way around the outside there in turn 1. Coming up into turn 3, now into turn 4, both of them doing a rather good job there to avoid any contact. And it stays as it was. Hamilton in front of Connor for 6th and 7th. Looks like he wants to get a move on here. Hamilton. Oh, as he runs wide. Will it give him an opportunity here? Covers it off nicely. We'll get a good switch back there now, Connor. He's going to have DRS down this next straight. Will it be enough, or is he just going to use it to pull him close enough to, of course, then attack down the pit straight and into turn 1? The gap at the top actually has come down slightly.
Oh, yeah.
It's fluctuating a little bit, but the pace that he was pulling away, and there you go, Bruno Will with the fastest lap of the race. So Bruno Will is now starting to respond. Have those tyres gone off for Davidson? Does he need to pit?
Well, Bruno and Davidson is in the same party, so probably a big fight.
Here we go. Round 2 between Connor and Hamilton. Connor's going to try the outside line this time. Doesn't have any luck though there. To turn 4, is there going to be an opportunity? Or there have to be a bit of a lunge, but not going to. Get good traction out of turn 4 and potentially have an opportunity into turn 8.
Losing time for Prestos too, right in each other.
There we are. So this 2-way battle for 6th place could potentially become a 3-way battle. We've also got a 3-way battle sort of occurring down the field. I did see Wilson gain within a second. There it is, it's gone in within a second again. So we've got a 3-way battle for 10th place. Liam's now pitted onto the mediums, and he's got to make up 11 seconds to his teammate. So we'll see if that strategy works. Davidson is losing a lot of time now to Bruno Will. Bruno sets another fastest lap of the race. So this track is improving all the time here.
Oh yeah.
So round 3 between Connor and Hamilton. Which side is he going to choose so far? He's chosen. He's going to send it all the way up the inside. That's a lovely little dummy there from Connor, but will Hamilton stick it all the way around the outside? He's done this 2 laps ago. And then he'll have the inside line for turn 4, but no, Connor has good traction out of turn 1 and he's done it. He's up into 6th place. It's a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. That's, I believe, his 6th pit stop of this race now. But Connor needed to get that done because Presto was starting to close the gap. Will Hamilton respond in any way, or is he just going to follow Connor through now? Connor hasn't got much ERS compared to Hamilton, so this could leave him vulnerable down the pit straight.
They probably used a lot one. Doing 3 and 4 overtakes attempt. Well, there's the slides matching.
We've also got Jesper now back within a second on Alan, so that battle may resume. or what is 4th place now, because Raceway, of course, on the mediums is up into 3rd. I see Bruno will set another fastest lap of the race. So, Chapter 4 of Connor versus Hamilton. Connor defending the inside. Hamilton's going to have to go all the way around the outside. He's already done this once in defence, but can he turn it into an attack? Yes, he can. They're still side by side, or a little bit of contact there, wheel banging between the two of them, and he's made the move. It was aggressive, but I would say fair racing though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some wheel banging, but yeah. Oh, now Hamilton's like the smashing. Interesting.
Hamilton now back in front. Presto, he's going to be rubbing his hands together if I can see these guys keep battling like this at lap after lap. There's a further 2/10 there within the middle sector. Davidson is in then. He needed to, because he really started to lose time. Wonder where he's going to come out. Will he come out in second?
It's another set of
or is he going to drop behind Raceway? It's another set of softs. He managed to pull his gap out initially of 11 seconds. Let's see what the gap's going to be when he comes out of the pits to Bruno. Well, it is going to be second place for him. But round 5 here between Hamilton and Connor. On board with Connor. Connor's going to have to go all the way around the outside if he wants to get this done. He's going to try it. Hamilton did it to him the lap previous, and he's done it back. But Hamilton thinks better of it. He's just going to have another go at him the next lap. These two putting on a show here.
Yeah. Great racing.
Tell you what, the pit stop time is not as big of a loss as I thought it was going to be.
It's quite a short pit. I didn't see the time, but yeah.
He's only 4 seconds from Bruno Will.
Oh yeah.
Now, seeing that and the gap he pulled out initially and the pace he's got, surely this is Davidson's race now.
Yeah, should be.
But obviously wants to watch this entertainment between Connor and Hamilton firsthand. But Bruno Will is trying to respond here to Davidson's new fresh tyres by putting in another fastest lap of the race. Raceway now pits from 3rd place on his mediums. I presume he's going to put a set of softs on. We're not going to have round 6 here by the looks of it between Connor and Hamilton, but we are going to have round 1 of Alan versus Jesper.
Well, let's see what Raceway can do. New softs.
He's dropped down into 9th place. From 3rd, dropped down into 9th. Stringy has retired and potentially hit a wall. I don't know whether that was put a corner and then crashed. Don't want to assume anything. And that's a VSC.
No.
Tell you what, that might change it up for some of them. Raceway's going to be rather annoyed he didn't pit a lap later, isn't he now? He might have had a chance to pit under a VSC, of course, would have lost him less time. He might not have been all the way down in 9th. The race is neutralised under the VSC. All drivers have to drive to a delta time. If they, of course, speed over the delta time when the VSC ends, they will receive a penalty. Which I believe is a drive-through, David?
Yeah, I can assure you it is.
Bruno Will pits. So Bruno Will is going to use this VSC to his advantage. And put a set of softs on, Jesper faking the pit entry there. Still under VSC with 10 laps to go here. And there we go. VSC ended, and Jesper's got a beautiful launch off that. Almost looking to make a move into turn 4 on Alan there.
Oh, you already learned the numbers of all the columns. I'm impressed.
One little look at a track map, David, and I have taken the knowledge in. We've got Rhombus versus Wilson now. If they continue to battle, this might give Camille the chance to pull away and secure that final points paying position. Let's have a look back to Jesper, who's still trying to apply the pressure to Alan here. I feel like he's been stuck behind Alan this whole race, but just not been able to get close enough. Put him under true pressure. He's got Raceway now on the soft tyres with DRS looking to make a move on Max, and it's going to be up the inside. can go really late on the brakes on his fresh softs, and he's up into 8th place. Next down the road is Presto Evans, who's 2.8 seconds up the road. Let's have a look back to Jesper. He's going to be close enough down into turn 1 on Alan. No, he's not. So it's going to have to be another lap stuck behind Alan for Jesper. It's Raceway sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.2. Times really have come down, considering we were setting, what, like 15s earlier on in the race, David?
Oh yeah.
This track is still improving all these laps later since
Interesting.
the rain has left us.
With Bruno Will, I mean, when Davidson pitted, I think it was, he needed to do 12 lap on the new set of softs. Bruno has a new set now, so yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so 2 laps fresher. We'll see if that potentially gives Bruno the chance to come back at Davidson. But at the moment, Davidson's got a comfortable 6-second gap and time to play with to try and bring this race home. Will Wilson be close enough to Rhombus here? No, Rhombus is a lovely launch off there. Davidson with the fastest lap of the race. Will Bruno respond to that? He will. They're matching each other time-wise, so no real chunks taken out of one another.
Yeah, the two drivers looks really at similar pace. Again.
Jesper. Yeah, they are very evenly matched, the two Brazilians, in showing their ability. The gap's come down a little bit there. Bruno's found a bit of time.
Oh,
Jesper lost time to Alan as he touched the curb at turn 1, which lost his rear end. So on flick 2, Wilson versus Rhombus versus Camille. Final points paying position. In fact, let's scrap that, because Raceway is all over the back of Presto here in the middle sector. Those soft tyres working wonders at the moment, but can he work his way back up to 3rd place, which was where he was when he pitted off those medium tyres? He has, I'm trying to look at the gap he has got. Presto's going to let him go here. Just pulls over. He's not going to fight that.
Oh no.
The speed, there is 6 laps to go in this race.
He would only lose time on it.
Yeah. Presto's looking to hold on to that 8th place as Max Hill. He's starting to close up here. Presto actually dropped quite a bit off Hamilton and Connor, because he was 1.5 behind them. He's really dropped off now. Struggling towards the end of the race there is Presto on those hard tyres. Not any battles potentially forming at the back here. These 3 still just stuck behind one another. Can't really get close enough to create a nice little battle. Hops once more. Those left front tyres are going to be screaming out by the end of this race.
Oh yeah. It's like Rhombus is closing down this gap.
Yes. It's 6 tenths now. Of course, he's got Wilson behind him, who's even closer. So if Rhombus is going to go for any move, he needs to be careful, and he needs to have a quick look in his mirrors to see where Wilson is. We potentially could have a 3-wide moment. I'd love that to happen down into turn 1.
Oh yeah.
We've got 14 runners still going in this race. We have done 31 laps here. Example, we started in the rain and we moved on to the dry tyres. A couple of different choices on strategy. Some drivers trying to take the hards all the way to the end, and others going for the pit stop from either soft to soft or medium to soft, as Raceway went with. Rhombus once again not close enough to Camille to make a move down into turn 1. With that gap at the top, we said they were evenly matched, David. Bruno Will has gained a second on Davidson.
Yep.
He's going to need to gain the further 5 within these last 6 laps if he really wants to. That's a driver off. That's a Renault off.
Oh, it's
And
Hamilton.
that was it's Hamilton. He's off, and did he hit the wall there? It's a shame for him. He's lost loads of positions. He was running up in 6th place.
Oh, yeah.
He has got wing damage.
Lost the nameplate.
So that could put him outside of the points here. Massive shame for the Renault driver. With only a few laps to go, he's going to probably have to pit. Zetex sets the new fastest lap of the race. I wonder what Davidson and Bruno Will are going to have to say about that.
probably something.
This is going to give Keneal DRS now. And he does pit. Keneal's got DRS, so that's going to help him defend now from Rhombus and Wilson. Rhombus looking to defend from Wilson, but once again, these drivers not getting close enough to one another to actually make a move. It's 4.7 at the top.
Oof, it's closing down.
A late charge from Bruno, maybe. Of course, this battle we were talking about between Keneal, Rhombus and Wilson was the battle for the final points paying position, but now it's the battle for 9th.
Yep.
And some extra points to add to their totals. Wilson's really pushing here. Rhombus misses the apex there. This might give Wilson a chance. And Rhombus is now outside of DRS, so he can't use that to defend. This is Wilson's best opportunity so far. He'll go for here. He looks to set himself up for the pit straight. Jesper super close as well to Alan again, but once again he doesn't look like he potentially is going to be close enough to make a move. Wilson looking closer here to Rhombus. Zetex is retired in the pits. DRS activate here for Wilson, but he's got no ERS, so he's not really gaining on Rhombus. Has a little look to the inside, brakes super late. It's not going to be enough. And while they battle, they now really do start to lose time to Keneal.
Oh, yeah.
That's just Zetex going. Raceway is 2.8 behind Connor. Maybe potentially expected Raceway to gain a little bit quicker than what he has been on those soft tyres.
Conway is in a good position.
He really is. Up into 5th. Where did he start this race? He's up 4 positions in this race, so he has had a really good race.
Nice.
And it's kind of that time to start thinking about that, actually, David. Driver of the day.
Oh, yeah.
3 laps to go in this race. The viewers can maybe put some of their suggestions down in the chat if you'd like to have a look at that, David. But here we go. Wilson now versus Rhombus. This is the final points paying position. Will Rhombus defend the inside? No, he's not. He's going to leave the room for Wilson to go up the inside, and he sends it. Nice move, no contact. He's got good traction out on the exit as well, so he's up into 10th place. Well, that was an interesting choice there from Rhombus, not really defending into turn 1. He knows something we don't.
Yeah, maybe.
There's only 3 laps left of this race, including this one. The gap at the top is 3.7.
The halves can be good now. 23 and 24 laps.
Yeah. Presto and Wilson are taking their hardest. Dave Rhombus has got fresher tyres than Wilson, but only by a lap, of course, so it's not like too much of a difference. Wilson's really got some pace here, pulling away from Rhombus.
Oh, yeah.
35 now,
I haven't seen any penalties.
No. Those have been really good here. It looks like Rhombus is going to struggle to close that gap up now, unless he has a worldie of a lap here and then the final lap as well. Well, our order looks to be set.
Oh yeah.
Of course, unless maybe Jesper or Rhombus, the only ones that really could probably change their outcomes of their race through overtakes. Anyone else that will lead potentially to a mistake or some sort of puncture potentially with the drivers pushing these tyres for the laps they have been on the hards. So we are on to the final lap of the race now with Davidson. We'll have a little look and follow him in. With just one last run between Jesper and Alan. He's only got one more shot at turn 1. We've got a McLaren off. That's simply a he's been disqualified for driving the wrong way.
What? What happened?
And Jesper isn't close enough. So we'll follow. Davidson gets the wave to Liam's disqualified car, sadly. There it is. It's a shame for him to go 35 laps of what he was on, to be disqualified by the game.
Oh. Good job, Cornosos.
Here we are, Davidson, he's drove a brilliant race. Started from pole, lost the lead into turn 1 to Bruno Will. Then with a beautiful strategy choice to go with the soft tyres over the hards, managed to re-overtake Bruno Will. He then put the laps in under VSC. Bruno Will re-gifted in the lead, and it's going to be Davidson, the Brazilian, in the Haas to win here in Zandvoort, followed by Bruno Will. It's going to be a Haas double podium when Alan brings it home. He's coming up to the line. He's been able to hold Jesper off this whole race. And will finish in 3rd. Jesper finishes in 4th. We've got Connor, who finishes home in 5th. Raceway came back on his alternate strategy to finish 6th. Presto in 7th. Max in 8th. Wilson in 9th. And Neil must have made a mistake on the last lap.
Oh yeah, we lost Rhombus.
Because Rhombus is inside the top 10. The game's given Connor driver of the day, David.
Oh yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, started far back and just did a good race throughout the whole race. But yeah, also Davidson, perfect strategy, and I will go with Connor.
Yep. Agree there. Nice race from Connor. Gained a couple of positions in the wet conditions and then had a fantastic battle with Hamilton. But it is the Brazilian of Davidson on the top step of the podium, joined by his fellow Brazilian in Bruno Will and his teammate in Alan. What an entertaining race we had there.
Absolutely.
And we'll give you a full race rundown once the podium has finished. So well done to our top 3. All 3 of them drove beautiful races, but here's your final classifications. Davidson wins from Bruno Will, Alan in 3rd, Jesper 4th, Connor 5th, Raceway 6th, Presto 7th, Maxil 8th, Wilson 9th, Rhombus in 10th in the final points paying position. Sadly, something happened to Keneal that I didn't spot at the end there, so he drops out of the points. The last classified driver is Hamilton, and our retirements from today were Zetex, Stringy, and sadly Liam got disqualified from the race and he finishes home in 15th.
Yep.
And I guess we'll be ending it there. We've had quite an enthralling race.
Absolutely.
Some good barrels.
Hope Division 2.
A bit of wet conditions and dry conditions.
Oh yeah, hope Division 2 has a dry race tomorrow.
Of course, join us tomorrow at 7:30, that's UK time, for Division 2, then followed on the Tuesday by Division 3, same time again, and then Division 4 on the Wednesday, once again the same time. Those will be, I'm sure, very, very entertaining races like they always are.
Yep.
But, that is us signing off here. It's been a pleasure, David.
Yep,
Thank
absolutely.
you for helping me through.
Yep, same.
That has been ERN Division 1, Round 5 around Zandvoort. We'll see you next week, once more at the same time of 5 o'clock UK time for Division 1, who I'm sure will have Dime back on commentary.
Yep.
With his very professional streams and brilliant commentary.
Absolutely.
But, thank you for all putting up with me today. We will see you very shortly.
Oh yeah. Bye.